Peninsula Credit Union offers time to 501c3 nonprofits to get their message out on iFiber One News Radio. Here's one of those conversations. Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey here on Daybreak. Last week or so, we had a visitor come by the station to talk with us a little bit about Shelton Youth Football and the cheer program. They're getting things underway. And I said, well, let's get you on the air. Let's talk about this. It's a big program around the Shelton area. And on the air with me today, I have Travis Fisk, the president of the Shelton Youth Football and Cheer program, to talk about this. Morning, Travis.
Morning.
Thanks for being on the air with me.
Thank you for having me.
And Shelton Youth Football and the Cheer program is a big deal around Shelton and Mason County.
Correct.
What kind of turnout in the past? How long have you been associated with it? And what do we got coming up for youth football?
I've actually been associated. This is going to be my seventh year as coaching, and it was time to step up and take over the presidency. It's in the past we've had some ups and downs with kids that have signed up, and we've needed some help to help those kids out in our community.
Sure.
And that's what I come out here today, and I've been trying to get the word out. Sign up for football. We do have scholarships available. That's why we do some fundraisers and try and earn money. And we go to a couple local businesses and, ask them if they want to donate to the program so we can scholarship those kids.
There is a fundraiser coming up on the 12th that we'll talk a little bit more about. But what are the age ranges here? How young can somebody be to participate in this? And then what does it do to their kind of self-esteem, their self-worth when they get around and they play with a bunch of kids and they go for the goal of some good football?
Well, normally in the past it's been second, third grade are the youngest you could play, and that's tackle. Mm-hmm. This year the TCYFL has brought back flag football for kindergarten and first graders.
Wow. So
they're working out all the details on the prices and stuff like that. They do have it on the website to go ahead and sign up and register for flag football. They're looking at 7-on-7 possibly. So I know right now I think I looked on Shelton and we only had like 3 kids signed up for flag football.
Oh, man. Let's get them signed up.
I would definitely like to get a bunch of flag football kids.
That's got to be fun to watch.
We used to have that back before we were with TCYFL.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I started coaching. But now it goes all the way up to 8th grade. So like this year I'll be coaching 6th grade, but there are different age groups. So like kindergarten first will be flag football, 2nd and 3rd grade will be minors, 4th and 5th grade will be major junior varsity, 6th grade is major varsity, 7th grade is senior junior varsity, and 8th grade senior varsity. So
gets you really ready to go and move into the high school program too.
And that's kind of what we want to follow, get everybody set up. I want to go talk to the high school coach, Matt Hinkle, and say, hey, look, what are you running so I can get our youth ready for you at high school level? Let's run the same kind of offense, same kind of defense, and that's what that's how I feel. A lot of Tumwater and all those teams is
sure.
They do what their high school's doing. They run those playbooks, and
by the time they get to high school, they know exactly.
Sometimes it struggles depending on the coaches are, but that's what I want to get to.
That is cool. You can learn more at tcyfl.com about the whole program. And it's not just football. There's also the cheer program. What's that about?
Correct. Cheer program, they come out and they're on the sidelines. I have been told that Shelton is one of the best looking out there. Our cheerleaders are just like the high school. They have the warm-ups, the coats, the bows in their hair, everything. They have the bags from when they go to game, and they're on the sideline, they're doing the cheers just like high school cheerleaders.
Treating it just like a Friday night.
Just like a Friday night, except it's Saturday for us.
So what's the program here? How do we get registered? Looks like registered is ending on the 15th of July, so we have a little more than a month to get this going, but you do want to sign up as soon as you know that you're going to want to get involved. And what are the numbers? You said maybe 3 on flag football with a potential for 7, but what are some of the numbers for teams? How many teams around here?
So last year we had 7 or 8 teams total for football.
Mm-hmm.
And last year we were able to do a lot of scholarships for kids.
Okay.
Because of those donations that companies and businesses made. So, it all depends on how many people want to sign up and how many people we can afford the scholarship.
Sure.
Because it's not just money that we get. It's scholarship costs a certain amount. to scholarship a kid, whether he's doing football or whether he or she's doing cheerleading. But then there's also a uniform for the cheerleaders that costs money for scholarship them. But on top of scholarshiping them, it also costs our franchise $300 per team to play in the league. So, it all depends on how much we can scholarship and how many kids can sign up or how many parents can afford to play.
So even if you don't have kids but you want to give back to the community with a great program of learning the football skills up through from kindergarten all the way through 8th, which would lead you right into a great program in the high school. It is the availability, again, tcyfl.com. On the 12th coming up, there is a fundraiser at the Domino's in downtown.
Correct. I got in contact with Jaron Garza, and I know they did something for the high school pool when the high school pool was going down. And he said, this is the fundraiser we got. And I asked him about the one that the high school did with the high school pool, and he said, let me talk to my boss.
Yeah.
And then came out and he said, you know what, we'll be willing to do this. So on June 12th, on Monday, June 12th, from 4 to 7, Domino's is going to be donating 30% of all money raised or all money earned to our franchise to help with those scholarships and league fees and stuff like that. So I'm trying my best to get as many Climber youth football and cheerleaders out there. I've already started making signs and trying to work with our board to get as many kids out there to hold signs,
They do a lot for the community.
Try and promote
that Domino's for sure.
They do.
4 to 7 on June 12th. 30% of all money made will support the youth program here. And it is coming up as, again, the registration deadline July 15th. You can find out more at tcyfl.com. We'll post links to this on the show notes when we post this interview on our website and our Facebook page. But again, talking with Travis Fisk, the president of the Shelton Youth Football and Cheer program, getting ready for a big, it's going to be football season right before you know it.
I'm excited.
Very excited.
I can't wait.
Nice to talk with you, Travis. Nice to meet you, and good on you for getting out there and getting the kids involved in youth football.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Again, thanks to Peninsula Credit Union for offering up time on iFiber One News Radio's Daybreak for 501c3 nonprofit organizations who want to get their message out to you. If you're a nonprofit who'd like to get a word out, email Jeff at ifiber1.com.